ثم الصلاة والسلام على رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. Your Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Uganda, in the interest of time, I seek your permission that protocol is observed as has been stated by others. Why? Because I have few minutes to give my remarks. Our guests today, but most especially the members of Parliament, I have been moved by the speech or the report by the chairman of the Muslim Parliamentary Caucus, because you have made my remarks easier. I was supposed to be here to talk about the National Strategic Plan of the Uganda Muslim Supreme Council. Honourable members, I want to ask you to look into your folders. There is a strategic plan. Kindly, please, if you open, and I'll talk about that in 10 minutes, inshallah, and finish up. That document says it all, Honorable Chair of the Caucus, that you have said. The UMSC Strategic Plan 2023-2033 is a product of this council, born from our history, based on our analysis and the projection of where we want to go. A 10-year strategic plan that is aimed at improving the socio-economic development of the Ummah and Uganda at large in a model that is self-sustaining. That document defines who we are, an amalgamation of ideas from so many people, aligned with the National Development Plan 3 and 4. Honorable members, when I look at the paper presented, what is that plan? We have a foundation. And I want to thank Allah that we have this document. It may help us enrich our mandate. Your Excellency, honourable members of Parliament, the UMSC strategic plan is based on 7 pillars that I'll talk about briefly in the interest of time. And the first one is the socio-economic transformation of the UMSC. Every Uganda Muslim man or woman should be able to contribute to the national development by doing something that brings money into their pockets and therefore development. And that goes in line with the government programs or the parish development model and others. The second one is improving the financial health of the Uganda Muslim Supreme Council. The Uganda Muslim Supreme Council is a faith-based council with so many assets, but as well as liabilities. but has established structures from the village, like the Secretary General said, up the national headquarters that can be used to improve our financial health. Infrastructure, land, schools, health centers, and others, some of which, Your Excellency, up today are in the hands of government. Some of which we think we can work with government to utilize well in investment. Your Excellency, UMSC has land in different parts of this country, almost at every mosque, at every county, at every district, but in many regions that would work in tandem with the government to invite investors to work with and use this land to improve the financial health of our institution. The third pillar, Your Excellency, honorable members, is about education. Your Excellency, Uganda Muslim Council needs an affirmative action on education. When we were making this plan and consult with the National Planning Authority, we discovered, honorable members, issues that are fascinating, and I am glad you talk about them today. That in the secondary education of Uganda today, only 4.7% of secondary schools are Muslim-based or Muslim-leaning. In a population where Muslims are between 12 to 15 million, that is a disservice. We cannot call it anything else. We can't pretend about it. And that is compared to 20% for the Catholics and about 18% for the Muslims. That means that our children and grandchildren who would go to Muslim-based secondary schools cannot access that education as would be required. Not that we do not appreciate or even envy our brothers and sisters, other religions, but sure, as Muslims, we would be happy if our Muslim children went to Muslim schools and they have the ethos and culture and values and norms of who a good Muslim practicing servant should be. When you go to tertiary education, Your Excellency, it is even worse. Business, technical, vocational training, Muslim-based, only about 2%. And thus we are saying we are calling for that affirmative action. So we can have products that contribute to the national economy, like our brothers and sisters do elsewhere, by having the broader exposure. The universities are ours. I didn't talk about the primary education, which is the foundation. And I'm glad, Mr. Chairman and members of Parliament, you're talking about these issues. We need to talk about them.